This is the image called Crucified, and it's a very meaningful image to me, and so I just wanted to kind of share with you a little bit of what I see in it and what it means to me. Again, this started as a rust spot on a 1952 Crown Victoria, and I just enhanced it in Lightroom and Photoshop, but as soon as I saw this on the car and photographed it, I knew what it was, which is kind of rare. I don't always see a story in the image before I photograph it, but this one I did. To me, this is the story of Calvary, and it's the story of his redemptive work, of Messiah's redemptive work for us as our Passover lamb. And so let me just show you some of the elements that I see in this that makes me say that. Number one, these are the crosses, the three crosses that were on Calvary, and that's what I saw immediately. There's a split in the earth right here. You can see, to me, that represents the earthquakes that happened at the time. It just looks stormy. It looks like the wind is just racing across the landscape there, and there's clouds, and there's kind of odd coloring and all that, and it just, it's just really amazing. And then to me, this is artist prerogative with artist perspective here. This is the Temple Mount, and on the eve of Passover, there is, I forget what Josephus said, but an unbelievable amount of lambs were slaughtered on the Temple Mount at Passover. And so to me, the blood of the lambs flow down, and the blood from the cross flows down, and it mingles. And this is just representing that Yeshua is our Passover lamb. And when the last of all those many lambs were slaughtered on the Temple Mount, then Caiaphas proclaimed, "It is finished." And that's traditionally what the high priest always did. And interestingly enough, Yeshua proclaimed those same words on the cross. It is finished. And I think that this is that moment in time when he's proclaiming it is finished. Another interesting thing to me is these hordes of demons is what this looks like to me. Little fluttering kind of creatures, that nasty things that are just hovering, and they're just waiting to swoop in for the kill. And it's like they're kind of held back by the power of the holy work being done on the cross. And so anyway, that's what I see in this image. One thing I did add is there's like an eclipsed sun in the background, and that is representing the fact that the sun went dark. And there's lots of thought about how that happened, which I won't go into, but that's what that represents to me. Okay, very quickly, I'm going to run you through the different steps that I went through to photograph this image. This was the image as I saw it on the car, and I just added clarity and vibrancy and contrast to that image. Then I began to burn and dodge to bring the attention to where I wanted it at the cross. And I hope that you can see these different steps as I take them. And the last step was to add the eclipsed sun. So that's the image Crucified. I think it would be a witness if you put it on your wall, and I hope that you enjoy looking at it. Bless you. Thank you.